What's up, Math Scholars? We're going to do more elimination today. What's going to be harder is the problems. You'll look at them, and right off the bat, no one will eliminate. So you'll have to do a little bit of work to get them more eliminatable. So, who's excited? Yeah! I love elimination. It's my favorite, actually. So we're still going to be adding straight down. Don't write this down. You wrote it down yesterday. We're still going to be adding straight down with the goal being get one variable to eliminate. So go ahead and jot down this system of equations and we'll talk strategy. All right, so I always look at things and I'm like, all right, if I would add straight down right now, would any x's disappear? Would the x's disappear? No. If I add straight down right now, would the y's disappear? No. And then you say, darn it. So here's kind of what you walk through. You want to look at the smaller one of the two. If I'm looking at the x's, I'm going to look at the smaller one. And I'm going to think, could I turn this into a negative 6x easily? Because a positive 6 and a negative 6 would add up to 0. So could I do that? By multiplication? Yeah, I could. I could turn my negative 2 into a negative 6 by multiplying by 3. Could I, this is my other option, could I turn a negative 2y into a negative 3y easily using multiplication? No, I'm not multiplying by a whole number, at least. And you don't want to get into decimals. That would be messy. So we're definitely going to go with our x's. We're going to multiply this negative 2x times a 3 to turn it into a negative 6x. In doing that, I put parentheses around the whole entire thing, just to remind myself that that 3 will need to distribute through to everybody in that second equation. Okay. So 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. 3 times 3 is 9, so we'll have 9y. And 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. So our whole goal here is to get a new equation that could partner up with our original equation to add up to 0. And eliminate a variable, eliminate x in this case. Once I change that middle equation, I like to just draw a line through it to remind myself it's been changed, it's gone, I'm not really going to use it when I go to add down. So we're ready to do our elimination. Let's add down our variables. 6x and negative 6x are eliminated. Yay. Negative 2y and 9y is 7y. And positive 1 and negative 15 is negative 14. And from here on out, it's pretty much just what we did yesterday. Divide both sides by 7. You will find out that y equals negative 2. So we're going to finish it off just like yesterday as well. You're going to pick your favorite equation. My advice would be look at the two original equations. Don't look at the one that you had changed. So we're looking at the two original equations. Which one is your favorite? The first one? Okay. So we're going to take that first equation, 6x minus 2y, but we're going to put that negative 2 in for y. The negative 2 we just solved. And now we're solving out for x this time. A negative 2 times a negative 2 is a positive 4. We can subtract our 4 over, get a negative 3, and divide both sides by 6. So negative 1/2. That's your final answer. This is our coordinate for our final answer. And that's basically what we're doing today. Some will be easier, some will be harder, but the concept. You'll be using multiplication to line things up and get somebody to eliminate. So any questions? Alright. Let's look at another one. Go ahead and jot it down, and we'll talk strategy. Alright, so if I'd add straight down right now, is anybody going to go away? Darn it. So, let's look at the smaller variables and see if we can turn them into the larger variables. So could I turn a 3 into a 9? Probably pretty easily. In fact, I would actually want to turn it into a positive 9, because a positive 9 and a negative 9 would eliminate. Could I turn a 5 into a 7? Not so much. So let's work on eliminating our x's. I'm going to work on turning this negative 3x into a positive 9x. What would I need to multiply by to do that? A negative 3. Good. So this whole entire equation 1 will be multiplied through by a negative 3. These numbers do get pretty big on this one if you want to get a calculator handy. So negative 3 times negative 3 is 9x. Negative 3 times 7 is negative 21y. And negative 3 times negative 16, I believe, is positive 48. But check that one for me. And then I'm going to strike that one through so I don't get confused when I go to add down. Alright, we're ready to add straight down. Our x's are eliminated. That was our goal, so that's good news. What is negative 21y plus 5? What is it? Yep, okay. And then 48 plus 16? 64, yep. Divide both sides by a negative 16 and you'll have what y equals. Negative 4? Sound about right? Perfect. Put my coordinates up here in this corner. Y is negative 4. Alright, let's look at our original two equations. I'll move my pink line here. I've got this original equation 1 and this original equation 2. What's your favorite? Equation 2. Me too. So I'm going to take my equation 2, negative 9x plus 5y, and I'm going to stick that negative 4 in for y. And just solve it, and then we'll be done. 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. I would add that 20 to the other side, which is 36, and divide both sides by a negative 9. So, negative 4? Huh! Look at the same x and y value. That's awesome. Doesn't happen very often. X and y are both negative 4. Hey, if you ever get an answer like, oh, I don't know if I messed up, what's a good way to check that you got the correct answer, the correct coordinate? There was a question on the mini quiz like this, and it was worded, is negative 4, a solution of this system? And you had to answer yes or no. How to do that? Yeah? Plug them in. So I would basically put this x value in for x, put this y value in for y, calculate it, make sure it equals negative 16. Do the same exact thing in this equation, negative 4 here, see if you get 16. So it's a great way to check if you're taking a quiz or test and you're not sure if you're right. Okay. We're going to do one more together that's super hard, and maybe we'll do a couple board buddies problems, okay? We'll do that one as a board buddies. We will do this one together. This one is going to be the most challenging one we've seen yet. Hello, video friends. We were looking at this and we discussed we cannot turn a 4 into a 7 or an 8 into a 9. And the student came up with the idea that we actually have to change both equations. Okay? So you want to think of the least common multiple. In other words, the common denominator, same thing. So what would a good common denominator be, or a least common multiple, of 4 and 7? 28, okay? What about the least common multiple of 8 and 9? Yeah. I think 18 is divisible by 9, but not 8. So I was thinking 72. Is there a number smaller than 72? I don't think there is. So we'd have to make these both 72s, or make these both 28s. So you want to go with the 28 idea? The only problem with going with the 28 idea is one needs to be a positive 28 and one needs to be a negative 28, so we will have to do a sign change. But that's okay. We can make it happen. Alright, we're going to go with the idea of making the x's match. And if your friend, your best friend, is like, I want to make my y's match, that's okay. You probably both get the right answer, okay? You all don't have to do the same thing. Alright, so let's make the top one a positive 28x. Let's make the bottom one a negative 28x. So we're going to be changing them both. So this is about as hard as it can get when you have to change them both. Alright, what would we multiply the top equation through by to turn it into a positive 28? A negative 4. Yeah. Negative 4. So we're going to do that to the whole entire equation. And we'll have a positive 28x, a positive 32y. And these numbers are going to get large as well, so please don't have your calculator. Negative 36. And I'll draw a line through it so don't get confused later. Okay, bottom equation. What could I multiply by to turn my first term into a negative 28x? Positive 7. Do you like that idea? And then 7 times negative 4 would be that negative 28x. 7 times 9 would be a 63y. And 7 times negative 22. I'll need your help on that. Ashley got it?
Negative 154.
All right. Thank you. All right, we're ready to add straight down with our brand new formulas that we came up with ourselves. So the x's will be gone. The y's will be 32 plus 63. Does that sound like 95? And negative 36 and negative 154. Negative 190. These numbers are large. It's crazy how big the numbers get, and then you get a normal, small-sized answer. If you divide both sides by 95, what would you get? Yeah, isn't that crazy? We were working with those huge numbers, and we end up with the answer of negative 2. So small and normal-sized. I'm going to need some more workspace, so I'm going to go like this. Okay, so I'm going to erase these little lines I put here, because I want to use the original equations to plug it back into. It's not a terrible thing using the equations that you have made, but the numbers are just so large, I suggest going back to the original two. Do you like original equation 1 or original equation 2? I kind of hate them both. It looks like most people are voting 1 with they're holding up the number 1. So with equation 1, it's negative 7x minus 8 times y equals 9. So negative 7x plus 16 equals 9. We'll subtract the 16 over, and then divide by negative 7. There we have it. Ooh, that's a lot of work. You guys have already filled up a whole page, huh? Alright, we'll do the next one as board buddies, and so if you're at the board, you do not do it in your notebook, but if you're at your seat, you do it in your notebook. These people still writing, I'll pause and let you catch up. Hello, video people. Try this one while our board buddies work up at the board. Hello, people at home. So you have to make a personal decision. Am I going to eliminate my x's or am I going to eliminate my y's? So if you decide, I want to eliminate my x's, which is actually what I decided because I just saw it out front. If you're going to eliminate your x's, you're going to need to multiply the second equation through by a positive 4. Because what that will do is it'll make it a positive 4x minus 12y equals negative 24. And then the x's will eliminate when they're added together. Make sense? Alright, so let's go ahead and solve this out. The x's are gone. There's negative 3y's. And there will be a negative 15 when you add the 9 and the negative 24. That gives you a y value of 5. When you go to plug it back in, I'm going to go ahead and use my top formula, just because it's not crossed out. It's negative 4x plus 9 times y. I'm making my y my 5. And getting 9. And then you're just solving this equation. So we got like 45. 9 minus 45 would be what? Negative 36? Which makes that a 9. So 9 and 5. This is going to sound nuts to my audience at home on YouTube, but I'm going to erase this whole entire thing and work it again for the people that made the decision, hey, I want to eliminate y's on this problem, okay? Because I had somebody mention they wanted to do that, okay? Can I erase it? All right, say goodbye. We're going to work the same exact problem again. So, Carly, you mentioned you want to get rid of y's, right? What did you decide to multiply through by?
3.
Okay, so we're going to multiply this bottom equation through by 3, giving us 3x minus 9y and negative 18. And it's matching what you have? Okay. When we add down, we'll have negative 1x, because negative 4 and 3. Our y's will be gone, and I'll have a negative 9. Did you get to here?
No.
Ah, that did it. And then I divide everybody by a negative 1 and get 9. We still get the same answer, I'm just doing it in a different order. And then I just pick my favorite and finish the same way. Okay? How'd all my board buddies do? They all finish? Amazing. All 6 board buddies got the right answer. Good job. Pat yourself on the back. Hello, people at home. This is gonna be our next board buddy problem, so click pause and try it. Hello, people at home. I'm looking around at my board buddies. The kid on my left is eliminating his x's. The girl on my right is eliminating her y's. I'm trying to see what the most popular option is. This girl's eliminating y's. The people in the back are eliminating x's. It seems like x's is the more popular choice, so I'll do x's on my board up here. If you want to eliminate x's, you want to make one a positive 15x and one a negative 15x. So you'll multiply 1 through by a positive, and you'll multiply 1 through by a negative. So I'll get going on that. Then I'm ready to add down. This is what I end up getting. I'm not going to say it out loud so my board buddies can't cheat. That is my y. Okay, people at home, I just got y equals negative 4. I'm going to pick my favorite. My favorite is probably the top one. 3 times x minus 2 times y equals 2.